welcome to another video on the Enchanted Basin. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jenny. It is very nice to meet you. I like to do videos that are Halloween or witchy oriented, vegan taste test, craft with me videos, and chronic illness awareness chats. Shout out to all my fellow spooky spoonies. Miss Jippy Girl's already making an entrance. First of all, if you guys can see, my background's gotten all spookified, but stay tuned to tomorrow's video. You guys will get to see my decorate with me video for this. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I had a lot of fun doing it. But today's video, my friends, we are doing, if you know Colourpop, you kind of know this box. We're going to be trying out the Colourpop Hocus Pocus 2 palette. I'm super excited for this. I've tried not to watch too many other reviews of this because I always want to be able to give my own opinions on it, but I also was just so excited, so I kind of wanted to see how other people are playing with it and how the quality was, and it seems like so far people are really loving it, so I'm really excited to show you guys. I will try my best. I'm going to do some swatches. I'm not like the best swatcher, but I'll show you guys what I can, and I'm really excited to get to play with this. I do already have all my base makeup done, my eyebrows, and the rest of the base. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do an eye look with the palette. I got the full thing, y'all. I went all in. I got like the full like PR bundle. I think honestly the difference between the full thing and the PR bundle is literally just the box. Maybe. Whatever. I'm super excited for it. Like I said, we got the eyeshadow palette. We do also have a highlighter. I'm super excited. It looks like it's going to be really beautiful. We have some lip glosses. And then like some jelly much eyeshadows, which I don't know that I've ever had any of those before. So I'm excited to play around with them. Maybe last year's collection actually had those. I can't remember, but I know this year's does too. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into opening this box. I'm going to show you guys first. I haven't even looked at this yet, so hopefully nothing is broken. Ooh, look at it. Yes, the witches are back. It's been nearly a week since Hocus Pocus 2 has been released. I'm not going to talk about any spoilers, but I just want to give maybe my like initial thoughts on it. First, we have these like little cat hair clips. These are really interesting. Let me get these off of here and see how they attach on. Oh, they are separate. For some reason I was thinking it was a headband, but it's like separate little ears. Y'all know I have to put this in. Let's try this out. I have a mirror in front of me. I'm going to use it for my eye look, but I'm going to do it to help me maybe put these ears on. Boom! What y'all think? Got my ears on. Alright, here's the palette. So, initial thoughts. I'll show you guys. Initial thoughts, I really love this outer packaging. It's kind of celestial. The artwork on this, the kind of cartoony thing, which, Lord, y'all, seems everyone is wanting to do with Hocus Pocus now, is just do like the complete cartoon look. But this style of the cartoon, does this not remind you of like old school Disney, like Cinderella? Like this is giving me like evil stepsisters, stepmother kind of vibe right here. Just especially got like the faces. This is so like old school Disney. I love old school Disney. That's kind of the only Disney movies I watch now for the most part. But I kind of wish they just wouldn't do the cartoon. Just keep it like, I don't know. Just do like the colors or something. It's kind of silly. It's just a very interesting take on it. We'll say that. So, alright. There's no mirror, so I can't blind you. But here's the artwork when you open inside. Ooh. Here is the palette. I gotta say, I do think the ring light is kind of blowing it out a little bit, making things look a little bit more pale than they are. But I really like this color story. One thing, like I'm initially just seeing my first thoughts of this, I love how essentially like each row could be its own eye look. So I love how like all the lighter shades here in the middle row could essentially be like your crease or maybe a little bit of your lid. The bottom row could be your outer corner to deepen up that. And then the top is all shimmers. So you could use that all over your lid. They're not all shimmers. So I'll take that back. They kind of did it. They did like every other one up here is shimmer, and then here there's two mattes and then some shimmers. But you kind of get what I'm saying. Like I love how each row could be its own look. So I gotta decide what we're gonna do today. Let's go through the rest of the package. See what all we got. My initial first look on all the packaging looks like they are doing the kind of like cartoony thing on all of it. Here is the highlighter. They're from Soul. I don't think I've ever gotten any of their, it's like a shimmering body powder. But honestly, I'm probably going to use it as a highlighter because why not? Oh, this is cute. So the compact has this black hat on it. The little stars. This is hard to open. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so it looks like it may be, I'm going to try not to blind you. It looks like it may have a little bit of like a green shift. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not, but this looks very shimmery. I have to swatch this. If you guys been here a while, you know I've talked about how much I love highlighter. Oh, this is so buttery soft, by the way. First time trying the Soul stuff, but ooh, okay. Let me see if I can. Ooh, yeah. That's very, it's got like a green, ooh, it's got a very much like green reflect to it. That's really pretty. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my face because bring a highlighter brush down. Didn't think about that, so we're just use nature's highlighter brush and put it on here. Honestly, half the time I end up using my finger for most of this kind of stuff anyway. Just a little bit easier. Oh, you see, it's so shimmery. Oh, it's good. Honestly, let me zoom you guys in so you can see my face a little bit better. There we go. It's so weird seeing myself without glasses. I don't do it very often, so this is weird. I'm seeing what you're seeing. I'm like, whoa, who is that girl? Seriously, I'm like, I don't know when to stop when it comes with highlighter sometimes. I'm like, all of it, all of it. So do a little here, little, oh yeah, that's very bright. Okay, maybe tone that down a little even a little too much for me. And then we'll put a little, oh yeah, right there at the Cupid's bow. Put the rest here. Yes, okay. Love this, honestly, so far. Highly recommend this. It's called Find the Book. Book. It does have some mascara. This is the Butcherson BFF mascara. It's got Billy on it. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's so precious. I love Billy. And I think they said this was supposed to be like a dark purple kind of mascara. Oh yeah, I think it is purple. I don't know if it's going to show up for you guys. Yeah. I'll put this on towards the end. I like the wand. I think it's going to be like nice and big. I like the bigger wands because I don't typically wear like false eyelashes a whole lot. Just because again, I do typically wear glasses. I can see myself wearing that just like on a daily basis, honestly. All right, then we do have 3 lipsticks. 3 different, I think yes, they are lip glosses. So you have Sarah, which is Boys Will Love Me. You have Mary, We're Young. And then Winifred, Sisters Behold. Ooh, all right, Winnie. Okay, so here's Winnie's. This is very, very shimmery. I honestly have never gotten any of their lip glosses. I'm not big on lip gloss because usually it can be a little sticky. It feels a little sticky on my hand, but also maybe it's just because it's lip gloss and I'm not used to the texture of it. That one right there. It's not pulling up too much on camera. It just is nice, like kind of glittery, clear topper. Mary's is this orange. This is very different. I wonder how orange this is, or if it's just going to be like a light peachiness with some like gold. A little more orange than I expected, but it's not too super deep. So honestly, I think if you wore this over maybe like, I don't know, you see that? If you wore it maybe over like a pink or even like an orange, like gingerbread kind of shade, I think it'd be fun. It would just make it nice and shiny. And Sarah's is this beautiful shimmery black, which, you know, as a spooky gal, I'm not mad at that. A little gray, like it's obviously not very opaque. It's that top one right there. It's got a little bit of a grayness to it, but it's mostly, again, just a sheen. So this I think would be interesting over black lipstick. I did bring some black lipstick down because I knew it was probably going to be a black lip with whatever eye look I had. So I might try this over the black and see how that looks. All right, and here are the Jelly Mutt shadows. So we have Sarah's, which is Come to Play. Mary's, which says Shishka Baby. And Winifred's, which says I am calm. But are you, Winifred? I don't know. It's not very on brand for you to be calm, darling. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. It's small, like, little, this is Sarah's. Is it purple? Oh, and it has a little skull. on the lid of it. I think that's cool. Interesting. So these come with like little, I don't know, caps on it, I guess, to maybe keep them from drying out. Okay, so this is not all I was expecting. I was thinking it was gonna be like basically like glitter. Ooh, the texture on this. This is interesting. Oh, it does have glitter. I wonder how this works on top of eyeshadow. If anybody's used this before, let me know in the comments. Have you tried it like on top of eyeshadow? I'm curious if you put it on top, if it would just like basically remove the eyeshadow. This is the purple one. So it's obviously not super, super opaque, but it does have some tint to it. And there's big chunky glitter in it. So that's really pretty. I like it. Okay, so here's Mary's. Hers is kind of orangey red. Okay. Oh, Mary's is a pretty color. Oh, is this like a duochrome? So here's Mary's. I really hope it focuses. Oh my gosh, the camera's not picking it up, but it goes from like orange to kind of like coppery, yellowy looking. They each have a different symbol. So Sarah's had the skull, Mary's has an eye, and then Winnie has the cat. I bet you this is gonna be gorgeous. This one is definitely a little bit more sheer than the other two, but I could see this being an absolutely gorgeous topper. Oh my gosh, I might try that with the look. You can see it's definitely a lot more sheer, but it is super like shimmery, icy looking. Honestly, this would make for a great topper, like right in the center of the lid to add a little bit more shine to a shimmer. So we might try that with the look today. All right, so I think that's that. Let me wipe off my fingers and then we'll swatch the palette. All right, so I got everything swatched. I have it like literally all over my arm. This is Candle is a Light, Spellbook, Cursed. I gotta say, God, this green was so, so beautiful. This is Havoc, kind of beigey one. It's a little bit light, but honestly, this would be great for a crease color, kind of building it up. And you have 17th Century. Look at that shine. 29 Years. Marvelous. Brew Another Batch. These greens are killing me all. I love them. Wicked Ways. Oh, I wish you could see how purple this is in real life. I love it. And then Witch Hunters right here. These are really, they're obviously a little bit lighter because a lot of these are the shimmers, and the ones I said would be great for crease colors. But then look. Ooh, look how deep these are. I love this. Okay, so you have Cometh to Us. Then you have Doomed, Night of Sins, Observe, and Till Midnight. I gotta say, this whole thing, the whole bottom row is giving me like all the amazing fall vibes that I live for year round. Yeah, I have, because of my tattoos, I don't have a whole lot of arm space to do swatches, so excuse needing to do it on the hairy side. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a purple look or green or orange, because this bottom orange was so, so bright. But I know I wanted to use the Winifred topper. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do kind of a purple look. We'll see how that goes. So what I'm going to start with then, I'm honestly, for my brushes, I'm using a mix of like several different ones. I'm using the Michaela Part 2 brushes. So I have that full set. I also have a Lunar Beauty LBE3. This is kind of like a dome brush. I like to use it for my crease. And then I have a blinged brush. This one, which one is this? E14. I like to use this shader brush for like underneath my eyes. So zoom in even closer. Oh Lord, y'all. Please be kind to me and my skin and all its glory. I'm not a pro here. I'm just a gal who loves makeup and apparently doesn't know what she's doing. I'm going to use the Gerard Cosmetics in Fair, the Clean Cut Canvas, just a tiniest little bit. This stuff goes a really long way, I have found. You know, smooth it out over the entire lid. So we're going to do the shade Havoc. Again, it's just that like, a little bit of like a light brown, cool tone brown. We're just going to do that in the crease to kind of help build it up. If everyone has seen Hocus Pocus 2, feel free to comment below. Please keep it spoiler free for those that haven't. But what are your thoughts? I mean, I honestly really, really loved it. I thought it was super cute. There were a lot of people who didn't like it. But for one thing, I feel like you have to remember this is a kid's movie. You know, it's not really meant for adults. So don't pick it apart too much, you know. Don't think too hard about it. And also, I like to look at it as, you know, like when we were kids, the movies we watched and our parents watched with us, there was things they noticed as adults that went over our heads as kids. I kind of like to think of it as this movie was made for, you know, the generation of kids nowadays. And then, you know, all the things that potential throwbacks to the older movie, the original, were just for all of us adults. And I don't know, I loved it. I thought it was like essentially like finding lots of little Easter eggs in the movie. So I think it was really, really cute. And I enjoy it. Like for me, Hocus Pocus is a movie I watch like when I'm having a rough day and I just need to pick me up. That is a pick me up movie for me. It just makes me smile, makes me laugh, and I just think it's really, really cute and adorable. And I honestly feel that same way about Hocus Pocus 2 right now. For me, I love it. I like the lightheartedness to it. And what I guess some people thought was maybe a little childish, but for me, I really like it, I guess. Maybe it's because I'm just like really a child at heart / a child all the time. Okay, I'm going to bring a little bit of it down below the eye as well. Just a little to kind of start building that up right there. I like this shade. I am not normally one for like neutrals. If you guys have seen my eye looks, I love very bright colors. A lot of like the beigey and the browns aren't really as much my deal. I think they're beautiful and maybe I should start working with them more because I think they would probably look really lovely. But I just love like bam in your face kind of color, you know? You know, the good thing about this palette, it seems like you could do like really colorful looks. You could also do just like everyday neutral looks if you wanted. I mean, for me, everyday look is bright in your face, colorful. Like after this, I'm getting ready to go to Costco. So I'm going to go to Costco looking like however this turns out, hopefully it's good. Done that, I think I'm going to switch over to a slightly bigger dome brush. This is, again, the Michaela Part 2, number 4. So just a slightly bigger dome brush. I don't know if it's going to, there we go. Slightly bigger. I like the smaller dome brushes because my eyes and like my features are a little bit smaller. So, you know, some of these are meant for people with a little bit larger faces, a little bit larger eyes for me. You know, and also because my eyes are so deep set. I have both like hooded eyes as well as deep set eyes. So for me, I kind of have to be a little bit more mindful of how I do makeup with that because, you know, even with the hooded, it's also so far back that like I don't have a ton of space up here sometimes. I've also kind of changed my brow shape as of late. I don't know if anybody has noticed, and it's helped me, or it's allowed me to have a little bit more space for eye looks. So I think what we're going to do next, I'm just going to go for it. We're going to do the purple Wicked Ways. This is the shimmer though, isn't it? Bad choices, Jenny. Okay, keep this and don't use that yet. What we're actually gonna do, take a different one. This is a little bit more like a flat shader brush. Probably not what I need it for. This is number 2 from the Michaela one. What we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the Witch Hunter brown. I'm gonna take a little bit of that in like the outer third, just to again kind of deepen that. I don't want to go all the way in, just enough to kind of add a little bit more depth to the look. And then bring it ever so slightly the bottom crease as well. I gotta say, first impressions of this eyeshadow so far is that it's blending really, really well. I think honestly of all 3 Hocus Pocus palettes they've put out so far, Lord, if we're getting another one. No, of the 3 Hocus Pocus palettes they've done, I think this is my favorite one because I just like this color story the best. Last year's was alright. I honestly got it just because I love Hocus Pocus and, you know, I wanted the full collection. This year's is amazing. I did like the first year's. For me, it was definitely my kind of color story because it was very, a little bit grungier, darker tones, so I like it. But this year's also really beautiful because I've gotten more into like a little bit brighter stuff. Go back into that first one. I like to kind of like, don't take any extra shadow on it. Just kind of go around the edges very lightly. I hold the brush at the base of it, so you're just very lightly kind of swooping around, melding those 2 shades together and kind of, you know, blurring the edges a little. Again, I'm not a professional, I'm just a gal who loves makeup, so if I'm doing this wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to show you how I'm doing it. That way, you know, maybe you guys can try it as well. I think we should all feel confident to do our makeup even if we're not a pro, you know? We just gotta have fun with it. I think I'm gonna take this, the like little, the one it's like the shader that's like kind of a bit more flat. I think I'm going to take this into the really, really dark purple. So this is Observe. this one right here. And I take it into that and just do literally right at the edge. Ooh, that's purple. Just right there to like, you know, really emphasize the purple, and then do a tiny, tiny bit underneath. I seriously just realized it stopped filming right when I was getting ready to put the shimmers on. So you missed that whole thing. But what I did, sweet Lord camera. Okay, so I did 2 shimmers. I did this green for the inner corner, and I did this purple for like the middle third towards the outer. And I just took a little bit of the NYX glitter glue. Honestly, highly recommend using this whenever you're doing shimmers, because I find that it helps shimmers stick and just adhere to the eyelid so much better. Even if you already have a primer down, I just feel like it helps them stick a little bit better and helps them shine a bit more. So I did that basically all over, not all over the lid, but I used a little bit of a flat brush. You can see it's a little bit of a liner brush. I used it and I kind of went around the crease and then pulled it in. I like to really define a crease with it. And I did that on both eyes and then just kind of pulled, it's focusing on the ghost. And just kind of pulled the shimmer in a little. I put the green on like the inner third, but kind of angling it a little. So that way if you're going like this and then kind of angling it, doing a little bit of a diagonal, and then did the purple on this diagonal of it, both sides. And then especially again, because they're not complementary colors, you definitely want to be careful when you're blending them together in the middle to make sure it doesn't get too muddy. So just kind of like lightly go back and forth. I did a little bit of green on my finger here on both sides. Then I did a little bit of purple and kind of work them back together and lightly tap them together in the center. It helps them blend to get a little bit better. At least that's what I find. And then for the center, I did the Jelly Much Shadow of Winifred, the I Am Calm one. Y'all, I love this for a center. So you can kind of see the center on both of the eyes is a little bit more shimmery, a little bit more bright. This really, really added to it, and I love it. It does have quite a bit of glitter, so if you're not a glitter person, you may not love these, but I think this is beautiful. So sorry that cut off. You didn't get to see any of that bit. Man, it looks like my foundation kind of came off all right there. What did I do? Did I brush something all over it? I probably did. So just disregard that. So I think what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the liner, and I brought several options with me because I wasn't sure what color eyeshadow I was going to do. I think I'm going to do this purple liner. This is a Colourpop, one of their gel liners. This one is in Piggy Bank. It's just kind of like a nice bright like fuchsia-y one. I'm going to do that on most of the lower. Sorry, it's so hard to talk when you're doing this. I feel like a freaking like butterfly. This is so bright. I love it. I think I'm going to do the NYX Epic Wear ink liner on the top. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the Epic Wear of this one, this kind, on the white. I like to do it on the, like just the tiniest little bit of the inner corner in the bottom. I learned this technique from Porcelain Cosmetics. I was talking about her, Bridget Turco. Love her channel, by the way. If you like fun, spooky stuff and makeup as well, definitely check her out. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. I like a lot of the style she does for makeup, and she does this with her eyes, and it kind of just helps, like, I don't know, brighten and open up your eyes a little bit. I like it. I find that works for me too, especially being with hooded and deep set eyes. I feel like you gotta do a little something to kind of help bring the pop. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my top liner because Lord knows I definitely can't do that on camera. Then I'll come back, we'll do a little bit of the Billie mascara, and we'll do lips, and then we'll be done. Oh Lord. Okay, it feels like as good as it's gonna get. Let's try this purple mascara. I'm really excited about this. I hope it looks good. I feel like it's not like super obviously purple. Maybe it's because I have a bit of a purple eye with it, but you could totally just use this as like an everyday kind of mascara. You're gonna see it's a little bit purple, but not too super intently. I think that's fun. Okie dokie. So for lips, like I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a black lip. I have, this is the Black Moon Cosmetics Liquid Matte in, what is it, Sleepwalker? Yeah. This is my favorite liquid black lipstick. So if you guys are looking for a good one, check out Black Moon Cosmetics. They are amazing. This lasts so long and really holds up super well, I find, and it's very matte. Like usually one application and then you got it. You're good. I'm thinking we're gonna do, I will say the lip glosses, when they dried on my hand, it was quite sticky. So we'll see how they feel on the lips. A little apprehensive, but I'll give it a try. I'm gonna put this on first. All right, so see, that is after, oh Lord, my teeth look glorious, but this is after one application. You can see it's pretty dark, or pretty matte, so pretty opaque, so I'm really happy about that. All right, I'm still torn. I don't know if I should do, I won't do the orange because that doesn't make any sense for this. I'm debating if I want to do this or if I want to do the black. Oh, actually the black looks like it has a bit more of a purple shift to it. When I have the ring light, oh, you can kind of see. I think that is the lipstick itself. That's not the packaging. So let me, oh God, this is sticky. Okay, let's try it. It is very pretty though. I'll say with this, I'm afraid to like drag it and apply it. I'm like tapping it on because I don't want it to remove the lipstick underneath it. As far as wearing it, it's actually fairly comfortable. It doesn't feel, I mean, it feels smooth because it's more of a, you know, a gloss, but it doesn't feel sticky. So here is the lip close up. You can't really see the purple shift to it too much, but I think it looks really pretty. Yeah, so I think this is the full look. Let me setting spray this mess and we'll go through my final thoughts of everything. All right, everyone, so this is the final look. This actually, the eye look turned out way, way better than I expected. I love the purple and green together. I wasn't sure how that was going to turn out, but I like it. Overall review of everything. If you're looking to get this and maybe you don't want to get the full collection, I would say palette is a must. Yes, I mean, the packaging is kind of silly. It's not my favorite, but the color story of this is so gorgeous. And I think it's actually really, really wearable and usable. Like, again, you can have some neutrals for like an everyday look if color isn't your thing. And then when you want to go bright, it's a super easy color story because each row is like basically its own look, you know? So I really, really highly recommend this. I also really love the highlighter, the Find the Book highlighter. I think this is gorgeous. Again, that like green kind of shimmer. Oh, I love this. I think this is really fun, especially if you don't already have any sort of a green highlighter. At this point, I think this is like my fourth one, but it's probably because I just really love them. If you don't already have one, I think this is really fun, like subtle way to do a green highlighter that's not like obviously green. It's just a little bit of shimmer and like it has a little bit of a green reflect, but it looks, I think, natural for the most part. So highly recommend this. And then honestly, the lip glosses, unless you really, really love lip glosses, I'd probably say you could kind of pass. I don't feel like they're anything super special. They're fun, and I love having it because I love having a full collection of all of this. And honestly, they're more wearable than I expected, more wearable than most lip glosses to me. But I don't think the colors themselves are anything super spectacular. So again, unless you feel like you need them all, you could probably pass those. I love the mascara. I think this is fun to have like a purple one. Again, I don't think it's super, super noticeable, but I do love it. And also I just really love Billy, so I thought this was cute. And then of the jelly ones, I honestly am very impressed with how opaque they looked. And then the chunkiness of the glitter. My favorite one, I think is gonna, I loved all of them, but I think it's probably gonna be the Winifred one, the one that says I Am Calm. This is the one I have on here today because I think this is the most usable. You could use this on most looks that are probably a little bit more cool toned. It does have a little bit of a green reflect if you can kind of see a little bit, but I think it's such a beautiful eye topper. I see myself using this a lot because sometimes like shimmers have like, you know, they have some shine, but when you want something like bam in your face, I think this is a really, really cool way to do it. And it's super comfortable. It doesn't feel sticky or anything. Like, it dried down super, super dry. It dried down okay. So I really, really like this. Honestly, these would be my 3 must-haves of the full collection. Everything else I guess it kind of just depends on your personal preference. I love having it all because I love being able to play with all of this. And as a Hocus Pocus lover and just a witchy ghoul, I love having all of it. But I think if you were really trying to only pick a few pieces, those would be the 3 I would recommend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a big old thumbs up. Also, if you aren't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. So make sure you hit the bell while you're down there. That way you're notified every single time I upload. I do usually do about like 2 videos or so normally, but since we're in VLOG-O-WEEN, you know we're doing 3 to 4. I have 4 scheduled every week. As long as I can keep up with my schedule, you'll be getting 4 videos a week for the whole month of a Vloggy-tober. So I'm really excited for that. Also, again, I mentioned I am having a Decorate With Me video coming out on tomorrow, which is Saturday. So definitely make sure and stay tuned for that if you're curious to see how I did, you know, a little bit of the old spooky decorating here on the other side of my living room. I always love sharing these with you guys and going through everything. But thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Whether you're one of my patrons, whether you're a subscriber, or whether you're someone that's just dropping in to watch the video, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!